Yo, what is going on? What's going on, everybody? Man, what's going on, man? This is the Randy Talk Mets episode 2 show, baby. This is where we talk latest Mets media, everything you know about the New York Mets on this channel. And man, I'm joined by a bunch of guests today, but I'm joined by, I'm guys Hector from Washington Heights, man. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, and I'm going to come with a blunt thought right away. What the hell was that? I was about to get hyped with the intro, and you cut it off right away. That shit was butter. What happened? You gotta let that play a little bit. Like, give me at least 5-6 seconds for me to get hyped. The little beat came on, and it was like, boom. What the hell?
You're right, man. You're right.
Nah, but I'm good, bro. I'm good, Boog, man. Thanks for asking me to come on, man. Just honored to be in the company of you great gentlemen, man. Happy to be here.
Appreciate you, man. And I'm joined by my guy, Top Bug Sports. What's going on, bro?
My partner in crime, bro. How we feeling, bro? It's good, man. We got football out the way.
We got football out the way.
Now we got the WBC, and then we got some spring training, and then we got some great Mets baseball after that, man. So the timeline's looking great, and I can't wait, man. I really can't.
Yes. And then we got my guy, the Flipper. Master Flip.
Man. Excited to be here with you fine gentlemen. My guy Top, Heck, Randy. Excited to chop it up, bro.
Man. And we're going to get it started with the arrival of the players today. We saw Jorge Polanco arriving today. We saw Mark Vientos arriving today. We saw David Peterson. We saw, Nolan McLean shaking hands with David Peterson. That's really cool. Like Clay Holmes, all those guys, Freddie Peralta talking to Francisco Alvarez. I love to see that. I love to see that as a Met fan. This is a whole new team. Like how are y'all feeling with this new team? Like how do you right now at this moment? How do you feel? Let's go Flip. How do you feel with this new team?
I mean, look, I saw the videos of the guys pulling up to camp today. My favorite moment was when my man Peralta got caught up with the hot mic and he hit my man Mendoza with the que lo que. Right off the bat, my man is fitting in. And man, he's feeling the vibes, man. He's got his counterparts in there. He's got Polanco in there. Soto's gonna be in camp for a little bit until he joins the Team DR. But I'm feeling good, man. I'm ready to go to war with this squad.
Yeah, man. I feel you on that. It's really just really good to see Freddie Peralta as a Met, man. Like it feels like he's been a Met for years. I don't know what it is, but it just feels like he's been a Met. It feels like that. Top, how you feeling about this new team?
I feel great, man. It kind of feels. I know there is expectation, but it kind of feels like this team is going with no expectation at all. You know what I'm saying? Because of how they switched everything up and how they brought in new faces. It's kind of like, this team is going and going in where nobody really cares what this team does, and only we care, right? And I'm excited. It's a fresh new team, fresh new season. You see everybody's kind of getting along really early. Everybody's excited. And it's I think the best moment for me is just guys arriving. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not only for them, but it's for us. It's like, it's time. Like we're getting close to the season, so I'm excited.
Yeah, man. I mean, we also saw Daniel Nunez today, which that was interesting to see as well. I mean, a guy coming off the Tommy John. We seen Christian Scott, guys like that. Hector, how you feeling about this new team that the Mets have put together?
I'm excited. I'll be honest. I'm excited now. I got to be honest as well. I was busy today. I haven't seen a damn thing. I didn't see any of those videos you guys are talking about. I'm like, oh, word? Hey, okay, yeah, that sounds good. But unfortunately, I didn't see any of it. But I'm excited. I'm excited about the team. Like you said, it's a new team. Yeah, it's a different team. We're gonna play a different brand of baseball. I think a brand of baseball that I think we're all gonna grow to like. I know right now it seems a little scary, right? Because we keep wondering, we lost power. Harp on it. I'm not that I don't want to mention the name, but where we're gonna replace the power and all this stuff. But we're gonna be a different team, and I think we're gonna be an exciting team. And then there's obviously the natural excitement of the young guys that may come up. The excitement with Nolan McLean. You know what I'm saying? The excitement now with Freddie Peralta, who I agree with you guys. I saw him in the blue and orange, and I'm like, man, I don't know if I've ever seen this guy look better. He looked slimmer. He looked fit. Like, wow, like this fits him. And then you find out that, him being a Met fan growing up, first game, being at the Subway Series game and all that stuff that he talked about. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. Yeah. The offseason started how it started. We've had that conversation over and over. Now it's time to move on. Like you said, the players have arrived. We've been seeing that going on since about last week. With spring training officially getting started this week, we're seeing more of it. And I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. But I'm always excited. We'll see how it plays out, though. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I'm just excited.
No, we got a long comment here. We're gonna get to this big comment here. Good shit, fellas, but I disagree about the no expectations.
So do I.
I don't know if the players will feel this, but the fans have expectations after they moved on from the old core. I'm a guy who was happy they did that too. I'm excited, but they better perform, or the fans are gonna let them know, and the ownership hear it. That's a good point. That's a good point. Like, you got a new team. This is exciting. But results, they got to perform. They got to perform. You see guys like, Bo Bichette have performed in the past. Like Luis Robert, that's another one that we haven't seen perform really in years in a big way. There's potential there, but health is a big thing. And you got Bo Bichette, Luis Robert, Marcus Semien, all these guys, they're going to have to do it on the field. They're going to have to perform. If they do not perform, then they're going to hear it from our Met fans. They're going to hear it from New York. Our New York fans, our New York keep it real. They keep it real. Like, so it's going to be really, really interesting to see. I just hope that the clubhouse comes together and it looks like a real team, because I just felt last year it didn't look like a real team. You got the comments from Carlos Mendoza that talked about that the team was like corporate. And I'm like, I feel that. Like, when I was watching, I felt that the whole time. I'm like, yo, this team is just, like, you can't, get that magic from 2024, which is cool. But they didn't look like a team. They didn't look like a unit. And I was like, I don't know, man. So I just hope that you're bringing in these guys that, okay, Soto knows Polanco. Lindor, I'm sure hopefully he knows Polanco. But you're bringing in guys that have connections to these guys. Hopefully they did good. They brought in MJ Melendez. I don't think MJ Melendez is going to be anything.
What?
I don't.
Why are you even bringing that name up when you're talking about those guys, bro? And Cam, come on, right now. Let me stop. Who?
Ew. Oh my
Come
goodness,
on.
man. But see here, we got Ricky reposting the stream. Really appreciate you, Ricky. Always my guy, Queens Baseball. And Luis Robert is Jose Siri 2.0.
Whoa. Watch your mouth, Minnesota.
Ay, Dios mío.
Flip.
We better hope that's not the case. We better hope that's not the case. Yo, let me. My bad. I was about to get excited.
Get in there, bro. You want to get in
there? No. I was gonna do a shameless plug because we're gonna have a conversation about that later on tonight on Blunt Thoughts. And at about 9:15, it's gonna get real exciting, real interesting on Blunt Thoughts as far as Luis Roberts and if he's a Jose Siri 2.0 or Tyrone Taylor 1.5. Like, what the hell are we talking about here, man? That better not be the case.
Check out
Hector. That better not be the case.
Blunt Thoughts 9:15. 9 o'clock is the start of the show, but 9:15 will be
that's a tough comment right there by Minnesota.
Yeah, man. Like, come on, man.
You didn't see Flip's antennas perk up when he saw that. He was like, "Better, that's my guy."
I was ready to throw on the gloves. Meet me outside.
Oh my guy, bro.
He's like, chill.
Oh my goodness.
We
got G Money always commenting, bro. Appreciate you, G Money. I gotta get you on the channel one day. I really do, because you always, support. And what's up, Randy, Top Bug, Hector, Master Flip? Can't wait for spring training to start with the new Mets team Saturday, the 21st. Yes. Let me see the vibes.
I'll be there, God willing.
The vibes are you gonna be
heading out there, Flip?
God willing.
Out there? Yo, bro, I need Flip.
I was gonna be out there for those days too. That was my plan.
I've never been out there spring training, bro. So
me neither. But I wanted to go out, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. Not you and somebody else, and now like making me have to change my mind. But yeah, Anyways,
Yo, Flip, I need that, like, I need that Flip money, bro, because you just going on
I got
trips,
you, bro.
bro.
I'm gonna text you on the side, bro. You heard?
Hey,
can I
Steve
get a
Cohen,
job?
when you get Steve Cohen benefits, it works.
Yo, but
Sheesh.
Steve Cohen benefit, man. We got Rev.
Ooh,
My
the
guy
Rev.
Rev reposted the
Okay, Rev.
stream. Appreciate you, Rev.
I
Always
got
just had
Rev,
a nice
man.
face earlier. Awesome, man. He said, "Damn, was that comment?" We're gonna be binge watching this year.
I like that one. Good one, Swift. I
Shout
like
out to
that one.
Smith,
We're
bro.
gonna be
We're
binge
gonna
watching.
be binge watching this year. That's a
That's a
guy
good-
that, like,
That's a good play on words right
Bench
there.
is one that's interesting. I want, like, how hear from Utah. How do you feel about Carson Bench? Do you think that they're gonna give him the full opportunity to go out there and really take this job, or are we? Is the hype too much?
I think it's based on what he does in spring training. I mean, David Stearns has given him the open floor for that opportunities for him to capture that on multiple occasions. So now that he's basically given him that opportunity, it's what is he going to do in spring training? And I think that's the most important part. If he's hot in spring training, I don't think you can deny him that opportunity. But if he does have some question marks in spring training, he's a little bit cold, he's inconsistent with his at bats. Maybe there's something within his defense in left field or maybe center field, depending on where they have him for most of the year. I guess they'll start him in AAA just to kind of get him comfortable before they decide to bring him up. But they've given him multiple open slots to prove to prove them right in terms of giving them that opportunity. And I think spring training is where he's really gonna shine, and we'll see what he's made of.
Yo, this comment here, I mean, I bow down to the Latino bench.
Yo, Rudy, that's a good one.
Yo, bro,
oh my god,
that's hilarious. Oh my god,
It's the Dominican Fantastic Four.
Yo,
It is.
word.
Bro.
That's a
It
fact,
is.
bro. That's a fact, bro.
That's
That's
hilarious.
a fact, bro. Yeah,
We got another Latino round table without.
Puerto Rican, but
Yeah, I was gonna leave it alone. You know what I'm saying?
Randy had to go there. He loves.
I don't know why he loves going there.
He had to take an extra notch. Could have just left it there.
God, man. Oh my god, yo, the A team is here, bro.
Oh my gosh, yo. Nah, man, appreciate you guys, man. Far too kind,
yo,
man.
bro.
I'm just happy to be a part of this, man.
Appreciate y'all always. Flip Carson Bench. He struggled in AAA, right?
Look, I'm gonna tell you something about Carson Bench.
What
the Mets lineup right now is good, right?
Yeah.
Carson Bench is the X factor. Because if we got something in this guy can give us Carson Bench type projections, right? Whatever he's projected to do. Yeah. Bro, this lineup can go from good to great. And so right now, look, with the signing of Melendez, I just think that's the contingency. That's the Jesse Winker type left field bat that we got for this season. The Mets might go out, get a right-handed to platoon with Melendez. I don't know. But look, if Bench cracks the roster, it's because we got a good one. And again, I'm feeling good about the lineup already. You add that type of production in there, we got a good one.
I like that. I like what you said there. That the X factor. He could be the X factor. I feel like there's a lot of guys in this lineup that could kind of be the X factor. Like you got Francisco Alvarez, you got Mark Vientos. You got these guys that last year we thought they were going to perform well. That was the expectation, that Mark Vientos and Francisco Alvarez were going to be the X factors, the offense for this team. And Francisco Alvarez came out this whole thing weird with this whole new batting stance, and he was trying to change some things. And cool, he was trying to be a better hitter, but it didn't really work out. So he went back to what he was doing, and he started hitting the ball better. Started actually hitting the ball in the damn air. Mark Vientos, awesome 2024, 27 home runs, 86 RBIs, awesome to see. But then 2025 didn't do so good. Did not have a good sophomore year. So X factor, I feel that, but it's like, man, a lot of these guys could be the X factor. Like, what is Marcus Semien gonna give you? That's another one. What's like? That's what's the interesting part.
I think that's the I would say the most fun about this season is that there's a lot of X factors, and you don't know who's going to be the biggest X factor out of them all, especially with the rotation. I mean, you're Freddie Peralta, he's an X factor in terms of how he's going to be in his first year as a New York Met. A second year of Nolan McLean after what we saw last year, that's another X factor. A second year of Clay Holmes, that's another X factor. You know what I'm saying? Even David Peterson. And he's the longest tenured pitcher in a rotation. But again, we're trying to see if David Peterson can be the David Peterson of 2024, so he can be a next factor. Kodai Senga.
I think those are more like question marks, though. I think those are more like question marks. Those are that you're naming, which is unfortunate that we're going again into another season with a lot of question marks. Some that are repeated question marks. Sorry to interrupt, but I think those are more question marks than anything. I think Carson Bench can definitely be an X factor because he's an unknown, you know. And one thing I don't have much to say about it because I don't really watch AAA, so I'm not gonna even front. Like we can read the numbers, right, and be excited about that. And like you said, kind of struggled a little bit in AAA when he was called up. But what stands out to me is how high the organization and the front office, David Stearns, how high they are on him, right? Yeah. And we're not here talking about Carson Bench because the media is high on Carson Bench, because the fan base is high on Carson Bench. No, we're talking about Carson Bench because David Stearns brought him up and said, yo, we're giving this kid a chance. So when people ask, do you think he's really going to get a chance to make the team? Shout out to my guy Ant, who does the I Hate That podcast, who joined us on my little Latino roundtable, as this is a Latino roundtable, right? And he was dismissive of it, and he's adamant that he doesn't think, they're just saying that, oh, they're going to say, oh, he needs more seasoning, this and that. And I'm like, I think, why? Why do you feel that way? They're telling us they're going to give him a shot. So I believe he's going to get a legitimate shot to make this team. And also, if you look at this roster, who else is there to play that spot? You know what I'm saying? So I feel he's going to get every opportunity to make the team. Now, obviously, anybody can still be signed, traded, whatever. Things can still change. This is not a final roster. But I think he's going to get a legit shot, and I think he could definitely be an X factor because he's an unknown. We don't know what he is. The other guys, we have an idea, right? We think we've been waiting for a little while, but we have no idea. So those guys, all those guys are more like wild cards to me, more than anything, and some straight question marks. Who the hell is Kodai Senga? You want to? He could be a huge X factor.
We see you, bro.
Yeah, shout out to the Pope.
Sir, yes, sir.
Shout out to Ruben, man.
Shout out to the Pope.
What's good, fellas? Simeon is going to give us a crazy range and leadership. Yeah, he was the captain
I agree with that.
of the Texas Rangers, so he's bringing in that leadership. But there was some issues with him and Corey Seager. So is he bringing in those issues, or is he bringing in leadership? I don't know. Hopefully, he's bringing in that leadership, and yeah, we'll see. This is let me see. He will be given every chance. That's what Rev said. Yeah, I think he will. Just like Hector said, like who else? I mean, there's Beatty that maybe could be the left fielder. But I don't know. I really think that they want to give this chance to Carson Bench because they didn't get anybody else. They didn't get a Austin Hayes. They didn't get a Stephen Kwan. They got a Luis Robert, but I felt like they got him because they really wanted him to play center field. I don't think that they trust Carson Bench as center field, the position, too much, rather than a left field or right field. But we got Juan Soto at right field. So yeah. So obviously he's going to play left field. But Beatty's another one. That's another one. Do y'all think, do you think he's going to be? I say, do you think he's gonna be traded? Because we've heard some trade rumors, kind of rumbling a little bit about Beatty, about Vientos, that these guys could be traded, and I don't know. It's a possibility, but. Yeah, I don't know. Let's get the take here on the top. What do you think about Beatty? Like, do you think he's going to be traded? Do you think he has a spot? Do you think he's going to be this utility guy? What do you feel about Brett?
I don't know. Dave, this organization has put him in a high pedestal to where it's like it's hard for me to kind of see if they're gonna move him or not. Like it has to be for a piece that they can't say no to, type thing. Um, they have given him a lot of opportunities. They've from based on what David Stearns has said about Brett Beatty, it almost seems like they want to give him every ample opportunity that they can on the field. They like his bat, they like the contact that he's making. It's just one of those things where I think it's hard for me to see them trade Beatty unless it's for the right package. The same thing with Vientos in a way, but I just think Vientos is his trade value is a little bit lower compared to Brett Beatty. So even if you are trying to trade for him, I
But
don't
is that
think you'd
because
get
of that
much
big
for him.
year that he had, or is that because of his offensive year, or is that because of his defense that he brings that's better than Mark Vientos? What is
I think he's a better contact hitter and he's a better defender. So when compared to Mark Vientos, he in all naturality, I'm a Mark Vientos guy, but Brett Beatty compared to Mark Vientos is the total package. Where Mark Vientos is one dimensional. He's a good power hitter. He's a solid contact hitter. Not better than Beatty, but again, he has that factor in terms of offense. His defense is always coming into question, which is why I've always preached that if you're gonna have Mark Vientos here, you're not gonna move him. Put him as a DH. Let him show his power. Let him show what he has shown in terms of a positive side, and don't use him as a liability defensively. Where if you're not gonna trade Beatty, you can have him there for defense.
And that's my thing. That's like I want to see Mark Vientos as the DH. I want to see him get those opportunities. I'm a Mark Vientos guy too. I know Hector's a big Mark Vientos guy as well. But we want to see him get the chance. Like I feel like 2025, he put a lot of pressure on himself. He wanted to be the Silver Slugger Award winner right away. I don't know what it was. I feel like he was in the spotlight a bit. Maybe he likes the spotlight, but baseball's hard. You see sophomore years for a lot of players, they struggle. And Mark Vientos, maybe they just got the book on him. Maybe they got the book on him. Shout out to Quasi, man. Quasi saying trade Beatty. Trade Beatty, man.
To my guy Quasi.
I mean, trade
Quasi, bro.
Look, the truth of the matter is, there's not a lot of at bats to go around.
Yeah.
If bench cracks the roster, you can't guarantee Vientos and Beatty 400, 500 at bats. And
Right.
when you see what each offers, I mean, what are you going to get out of Brett Beatty? You could get left field versatility, third base, second base, first base, DH. What are you going to get out of Mark Vientos? Probably DH and first base. And so if you have me pick, I think Vientos gets traded before Beatty. And again, what are we trading Beatty for? Brett Beatty in 2025, in terms of value, what he provided offensively and defensively, was Mark Vientos in 2024. So, and that's with under 130 games. And so I think that the Mets are right in holding on to Beatty. If they're going to trade him, they gotta sell high. But I just don't see a player out there that's available that justifies trading Brett Beatty right now.
Do you think, would you trade a Brett Beatty for Bubba Chandler? Because that was a name that was kind of mentioned today around Twitter.
I would, but it's foolish to suggest. And the reason why I say that is, okay, first of all, Bubba Chandler was ranked ahead of Nolan McLean and Jonah Tung. Bubba Chandler retained his rookie eligibility. And so does it make sense for the Pirates to trade their number one prospect for what? For Brett Beatty? It doesn't make sense. As high as I am on Brett Beatty, it doesn't make sense for the Pirates to pull off that trade. You want to look at a realistic offer for Chandler, and I spoke to some Pirates fan on the side. They wouldn't even trade Jonah Tung straight up for a Bubba Chandler. And so you know that it's definitely not going to be a Brett Beatty. It's got to be Brett Beatty plus.
For sure. I mean, I feel that Bubba Chandler, you're going to have to offer a lot. You're probably going to have to do a Beatty, maybe a Jacob Reimer.
We're looking at sexy return. We're looking at AJ Ewing. You're gonna have to get uncomfortable. Brett Beatty, because again, it just doesn't make sense for that organization to part with Bubba Chandler. It doesn't make sense. I don't know where the rumor originated from, but I wouldn't put much stock into it.
From?
Twitter. There was
Twitter
a guy.
GM.
A guy today came up said something. I think it's Julian Scott, something MLB.
He
Now
did.
I
He did
don't know.
attach Mark Vientos to the Pirates, but it just doesn't make sense, especially now when they got Osuna.
Yeah,
Which by the way, who was it? Was it John Heyman? John Heyman. Which by the way, I broke the Marcell Osuna to the Pirates last night. So if you want to get proper credit, John Heyman, you're looking at the guy right here.
Whoa. Okay. You broke.
Hashtag flip sources, man.
Hashtag barbershop sources.
Barbershop sources. Man, Hector, Mark Vientos. Are you surprised that he didn't get traded yet? Are you surprised that during the offseason, he didn't get traded? Is that surprising to you or no?
No. I'm really not, because as much as Met fans may not see value in Mark Vientos or like Mark Vientos, and I understand maybe he doesn't have the greatest trade value, I think David Stern sees value in Mark Vientos. I think David Stern sees Mark Vientos as a guy where I'm paying $800,000 to. And in 2024, if I go on Fangraphs right now, I forget exactly what it was, but Fangraphs has this thing where they put a monetary value on the season, right? And they had his value at over $30 million, right? So in 2025, yeah, he had a rough year, but it was still about a $3 million year. You know what I'm saying? That if the Mets are paying him the proper salaries, this is what we're talking about, right? And he's getting $800,000. So if you were to go out there and try to get a bat that's going to be able to possibly give you 25 to 30 home runs, drive in 80, 90 runs, it's going to cost you. And you have that bat under your control for a couple of years. And again, you're paying him $800,000. So I think it's going to take a lot. Then Mark Vientos may not have a lot of value around the league. And I think that's debatable. But I think he has more value to the Mets than some fans think. So I think Stearns values that. We know how Stearns likes to, get his bang for his buck. There's no more bang for your buck than a Mark Vientos. If he goes out there, he can replicate what he did in 2024. Now, how we're going to give both of those guys at bats? I'm with Flip. I don't have any idea. I don't think it's fair, honestly, to have them both on the roster, because you're going to have them both again competing like you've had them for the last 3 years. And like at the end of the day, you got to make a decision. And maybe the return is going to be one that we're not going to love right away, but it's something that helps you along the way. I don't know, but we'll see how it plays out. Yeah, there is the avenue for Beatty to be that super utility guy and all that, but I would rather find someone else to do that.
Yeah, I mean, Stearns said Stearns said that he wants to give Beatty 500 at bats. Like 500 at bats. How do you
too much into that?
500 plate appearances, and keep in mind he didn't even have 500 plate appearances last season when he played 130 games. So if you try to give him 500 plate appearances this year, we're talking about 130 plus games. How are you going to get Beatty into lineup for 130 plus games and at the same time give Mark Vientos his shares at bats? It's unlikely.
That it doesn't really add up. I mean, you could play, Brett Beatty and many other, you could play Brett Beatty at third base, you could play Brett Beatty at first, Brett Beatty at left field, but it's like I don't know how that's really gonna work. What if all these guys are performing and where's Beatty really? I get he could be the McNeil kind of role and okay. But what if those guys are performing? What if everybody's kind of healthy? Then where does Beatty kind of fit into this? But I feel like if you trade Beatty, then who's going to be your third baseman next year? Bobachek could leave this team. These guys have opt-outs. So that are we trading Beatty right now? I don't.
So
I
it's
don't.
probably not going to be right now. I just think that once the season gets going, we can't just adapt on the fly. We got to go with a set plan once the season starts. And again, guys can get injured from now to opening day. So maybe the trade is not now. Maybe it's closer to the start of the season. But once the season gets going, you can't say we'll just figure it out. You got to have a set plan for what's gonna be a realistic, what's gonna be realistic playing time for both Beatty and Vientos.
And then we got this comment from Meanwhile in Syracuse. Don't trade for another middle or end of rotation guy. We have 5 of them now. Frontline starter or nothing. So you don't want a Mitch Keller, and that's another name that's kind of been mentioned. I don't think Mitch Keller's anything special. I don't think Mitch Keller's anything. He's a 4.0 ERA guy. He went 6-15 last year. It's the Pirates, whatever, but the ERA is nothing really impressive. But I guess I talked to a friend the other day, and my friend told me he pitches a lot of innings. That's what he gives you. So I guess that makes Mitch Keller valuable, but a 4-point ERA, I don't think it's what you want to trade Brett Beatty for, So yeah, I'm just not seeing it there. I'm just not
So
seeing it.
absolutely not on that. And I mean, look, we got 6 guys right now. You know what I'm saying? Like if the season began today, are we rolling a 6-man rotation? Right? We got 6 men right now. And we got Weniger, we got Christian Scott, and we got Jonah Tung, who are MOB ready. So if we're talking about death pieces, bro, we got firearms in AAA that are ready to contribute in 2026. Need be.
I feel that Jack Weniger is probably going to start in AAA.
So they all are, of course.
Santu. Yeah, I think they're all going to start in AAA. We're going to need to see more
they
from
better
Weniger.
start in AAA, bro. We in trouble.
Yeah.
If those kids don't start in AAA, that means we had multiple injuries or guys came in and really stunk it up in spring training, bro. Like, I know we want to be hype on these prospects and all, but come on.
Yeah.
Those guys better start in AAA, bro.
Yeah. I feel you on that. We get to our next thing here, and that is in 2020, from 2025 to 2026. Who needs to really improve?
Everybody.
Everybody. You're not wrong.
No,
you're not wrong. But
everybody.
If you could pick one player, who would you pick out of all those players that you really think that needs to improve? Let's go top. Let's go start with you.
I mean, to me, it's got to be Mark Vientos. Enough's enough at this point. It's a make or break for him. Like I know Brett Beatty is going to be in that conversation as well, but Brett Beatty at the end of the day has a higher ample size than what Mark Vientos has in terms of consistency. Mark Vientos was given an opportunity and took the ball and ran with it. In terms of what he did in 2024, you come in 2025. Yeah, you had a little slight of injury, but you dropped the ball in 2025. Yeah. Now you're coming into your 3rd year in terms of full playing time. What are you going to show within your first 3 years? And that's just me talking about the lineup. If we're gonna go pitching rotation, I think it's Kodai Senga. I think now Kodai Senga doesn't have Pete Alonso to hurt him, and I'm joking, but
damn, you're right. Right.
Now you're in a situation where you are not coming in as one of the top 3 guys in our rotation. That's it. You don't have that to carry on your shoulders. Now you're in the bottom of our rotation, where let's be real, it's a little bit of a less pressure, but can you still be that Kodai Senga that we know that you can be in the bottom of the rotation, where you don't have to carry that as one of the head guys at the top of the rotation? Yeah. Can you get back to form? So in terms of the rotation, I think it's him, and I think in the lineup, I think it's Mark Vientos based on what he has done and the inconsistencies that he's had compared to Brett Beatty.
I don't hate that at all. Yeah, I think Vientos definitely needs to improve. And Kodai, I mean, he had a 1.47 ERA in the first half, and then when Pete Alonso injured him, after that, it wasn't the same. He wasn't the same. It's absolutely, horrible. So I feel you on that completely. Let's go Flip, bro. Flip, who really needs to improve from 2025?
Look, I gave you the X factor on the lineup with bench being the X factor. In the rotation, I said it during last stream, Randy, and it's Sean Manaea. I just think that my man is getting paid the big bucks. When you're getting paid the big bucks and you're going to be a part of that rotation, I mean, look, Manaea, and I said it during last stream again, Manaea is half of what he was in 24. We make the playoff last season. And so expect a big bounce back from that guy.
Yeah, I truly hope that Sean Manaea. There was obviously last year he didn't get the spring training and all that, and that was factors to that. There was injuries, but I don't know. I don't have much confidence in Sean Manaea. I just don't think that he's that good. Plain and simple, I just don't think that he's that good. I don't think that he is. He's not the. A lot of people was like, "Oh, 2024, he looked amazing." Yeah, he did. He looked really good, but that's not what we got in 2025. I don't know what we're gonna get in 2026, but if we get close to what we got in 2024, then I'll take that for sure.
I mean, I guess that with Manaea, the big thing with Manaea is pulling up to camp healthy, because when he was healthy last season, I mean, we saw him mid-season when he was out there against the Royals. My man was hitting 95, 96 with the fastball. Yeah. And as the season progressed, we saw lower 90s. And so I'm going to know he's healthy when I see him dialing it up close to 95, 96 range.
Senga having him looking like a Cy Young again would be crazy. 1, 2, 3 at the top of the rotation.
I mean, look, Senga has never had a season in which he's had an ERA under 3.02. And so that's another guy. Expect a big season out of Senga. He don't got the Terminator at first base,
I like what you said though. He has less pressure because you have a Freddie Peralta and hopefully Nolan McLean pitches like a number 2 or number 1. And and David Peterson pitches good off the contract year. Hopefully that happens, and that's less pressure for Kodai Senga, who I think we kind of put a lot of pressure on him to be the ace because we didn't have an ace. We didn't have we didn't have much. We didn't have really anybody. So now Kodai Senga could be, if he pitches like a number 2 or number 3, that's perfect. That's exactly what we want. But if he pitches like a number 1, hats off to him. But do I have the confidence in Kodai Senga to do that? I don't know. I think he's a soft pitcher. I think he's made out of glass. I think he complains a lot. I think everything needs to be damn perfect for him. And that's honestly, that's my honest opinion. I think they need to push this guy not like a Japanese pitcher. Push this guy like a regular pitcher. Just like just push him like regular. Don't give him this extra 6 day. I just come on. Get him out of his comfort zone. Because I think he needs
they've done everything that they could to cater to him.
Everything.
And at some point,
everything.
Yeah, at some point you gotta ask yourself, like, we cater to you, but nothing's being reciprocated back. At one point, do we hold him accountable? Do we hold his feet to the fire? So I think this year is gonna be that. I think this year is gonna be like, listen, barring any injuries, it's go time with Kodai, because they were having conversations in the offseason about moving him, and they didn't move him. They made the decision not to move him. They still think he's a valuable piece. All right, show us.
So Hector, who do you think then? You said everybody. But if you could pick 2 players, who would they be? Like a pitcher and a guy in the lineup.
Oh crap! Now I got to pick 2 guys, and they got to be a pitcher and a hitter. Okay. I really feel like when you say, but then as I'm listening to you guys speak, and I'm thinking, who, and we're thinking about who needs to improve, right? So improve is you haven't been good. Or you haven't been as good as you should be. That's how I think about improve.
Yeah.
So when I'm thinking about Kodai Senga, Kodai Senga has been great. Kodai Senga has been borderline Cy Young good. You know what I'm saying? He just hasn't been healthy enough. He's gotten hurt. and hasn't been able to pitch enough. Sean Manaea, when you said we didn't get the same as we got in 20, we didn't get anything out of Sean Manaea really last year, right? He came in late and whatever. So that's more about availability. I think I gotta go with you guys, and I'm thinking when I think about improve, two guys jump out at me: Alvy and Vientos. Right? I think about both of those guys. They both need to improve. But then I say, you know what? Alvy, there's been a lot of injury there. So I gotta kind of give that as a little not an excuse, but the injuries haven't let him play consistently enough to show, okay, this is what he is. He needs to be better at this. We've seen a lot of good with Alvy. Now Vientos, we saw a great final breakout in 2024. And now, some of us, like my guy Top, are falling into recency bias, you know what I mean, with this Brett Beatty nonsense and thinking like Brett Beatty's like this great thing when he had 2 good months. I'm messing around. But I think Vientos needs to improve. He needs to show that you can actually put him on the field and he's just not a DH. And show some consistency. But yeah, I would say Vientos. As much as he's my guy, I would have to pick him as a guy that needs to show the most improvement. That he put in the work this offseason. That he closed up some of them holes in his swing. Or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? That he went now and adjusted to the adjustments that were made to him after that great breakout in 24. So yeah, I'm going to go with Mark Vientos. As far as the pitcher, you know what? I'm going to go with the guy that I picked as kind of as X factor last season and thought he could be a sneaky ace of the staff. And for a little while, we could argue that maybe he was. And that's going to be David Peterson. Because again, Sean Manaea, just be healthy. Sanger is borderline Cy Young if he fucking goes out there and pitches. But David Peterson is, again, another guy. We don't really know what he is. We thought the hip surgery was the answer. He closed out 24 real good, started 25 real good, and then teetered off a little bit. So you need to improve. You need to show that you can pitch through a whole season.
Yeah.
You feel me?
No, yeah.
Maybe get a little bit more effective, a little bit better, all that good. So those are my two guys.
Yeah, I like that.
Vientos and Peterson.
I like that because Vientos for sure, definitely he needs to improve. I think Vientos, this is a make or break year for him. Because he doesn't give you that much defensively. He doesn't, to be fair. He has a good arm, but he slow reaction time. And when you look at the metrics, if you want to look at the metrics, he's one of the worst third basemen when he's there defensively. So, and I know not a lot of people like the metric talk, but yeah, that's is it the truth? Is it looks many times they had to take him out of that position because he didn't look good. You saw that in the end there. The defense was absolutely horrible, and it was like, you know what? Yeah, Vientos, you're not playing. Vientos, you're not playing. They had Ronnie Mauricio over him those last couple of games. So I think defense is a big thing. But with Vientos, the bat is the huge thing. He needs to have that better year and really take over. If he could come anything close like what he did in 2024. Because he has the ability to give you 25 to 30 home runs. He's the guy that I think, no doubt, he has that ability. He has a lot of power. He can go the other way. He can pull the ball. There's a lot to like with Mark Vientos in the bat. You mentioned David Peterson. That's one that he looked tired in the second half. He looked really, really tired. Pitched the most innings he's ever pitched in his career. And he did not look good. He didn't. And I just felt like it's a long season and he couldn't really at the time they needed pitchers. They needed pitchers to pitch more than 5 innings. So David Peterson couldn't be like, "Oh no, I just can't pitch, man. Like I just can't do it." That guy forfeit. No, he had to go out there and try to pitch. And forfeit. But that's another thing. The metrics don't like him because he gives up a lot of hard contact. So, but what I think what's good about this year is that this is his last year. This is his contract year. He's going to be a free agent after this year. So I think he's going to be very, very motivated to have a good year. Very motivated. I think for me, I'm going to say, yeah, Francisco Alvarez has been health, but I'm going to say Francisco Alvarez because I think he needs to have that big season. He needs to have that big season, and he needs to be healthy. Don't be sliding and put your thumb over, trying to slide with your damn thumb like 2 times, bro. You can't do that again. You cannot do that again. You did it twice. You have to learn from that. I swear if I see him and he slides with his thumb another time, it's going to feel like a nightmare again. Man, I hate it when he got hurt because every time this guy gets hurt, it's like when we really need him, when we really need this guy.
Go off, Randy.
Like we needed Francisco Alvarez, and he freaking hurt himself on the thumb. And that was the second damn time. That's the thing about Francisco Alvarez. But offensively, I think he's the guy where he gave you that first overall year, 25 home run guy. I think he could be that. He could do that every year if he's healthy. I said this before, but I think you look at Shea Langoliers of the Oakland team, or whatever, the A's team, whatever you want to call them. That's the guy that I think Francisco Alvarez should be. Shea Langoliers, a guy that has a lot of power. So, and then pitching. Pitching is interesting. Clay Holmes had a good year, really good year. Finished 9th in the ERA. Great job. You had David Peterson, I just mentioned. I'm going to say who needs to improve from the rotation. Yeah, it's gonna be Sean Manaea. I'm going to agree. I'm going to agree with Flip. I'm going to agree with Flip because Sean Manaea, he needs to have a better year. That's another guy. He needs to. He struck out guys, but he just didn't. It didn't look the same. It didn't look like how it did in 2024.
He's robbing monies.
But what I think is, people talk about, he didn't get the big spring training. He didn't get the spring training, and that's very important. I understand that. But maybe they adjusted. Maybe the major league hitters adjusted to his arm angle. Maybe they got the book on him.
No, it wasn't that. He was injured. We saw the velocity dip. He's got to bring it back up.
You don't think they had the book on him?
Nah, he's good. He's got the whole crossfire thing set up. He just needs the velocity. He ain't got the velocity. His secondary stuff is gonna get hit like it did.
Well, yeah, for sure. That the secondary stuff got hit a lot, and so those are two guys that I feel they need to improve. They really, really need to improve. But this rotation, it looks exciting. It does. Like Freddie Peralta is a big one. I mean, he's my friend, the same friend that I talked about before. He said that Freddie Peralta is good, but he doesn't give you a lot of innings.
He's right.
What do y'all think about that, Hector? What do you think about that? He's good, but he doesn't give you a lot of innings. Is he right? Is that true?
I mean, the numbers bear it out. The numbers bear it out. Now, the question is, why is that? Was that Milwaukee protecting him? Is that just, the new baseball where we see nowadays where these teams just want to run to the bullpen? You know what I mean? And just give us the best you got. And as soon as you get close to 100 pitches, 90 pitches, you're out of there. So it depends on what, or is it just him not being able to do it? We don't know that that's the case. But when your friend says that, your friend is in line, go look at the numbers. I think he averages just 5.1 innings per game per start. That's not a lot. You understand what I'm saying? If you go look at the numbers, I was looking at it not too long ago. He didn't pitch that many more innings than I think it was our own David Peterson. You understand what I'm saying? So your friend ain't making things up. Now we'll see what he does here and why. yo, Advil is a nut. He said his arm needs Viagra. But yeah, that's not a lie. We'll see. I just don't know why that's the case, right? Let's hope that it's not because his arm needs Viagra, and it's just because Milwaukee was holding him back. I don't know. Why you don't think that's the case? Have you looked it up?
I've heard about it. I haven't really looked it up that much. But is it that? Is it that Milwaukee wasn't pushing him enough, or is it that
that's what I want to know.
That's a good question, man.
Look, we're
gonna need innings from him. We
don't need more than that. Freddie Peralta has averaged over 170 innings the last 3 years. What did Peterson maxed out at last season? 160 something. Like, we don't need him to be close to 200 innings. You give us the 175 quality innings. We good with that.
I think the Brewers were just being careful. Interesting.
No, but that's fine. But the idea is like, oh, we got an innings eater. We got a guy that's gonna give us innings. No, not really. Not really. Okay.
I'll take 175 quality over 200 sloppy.
For sure. I'm with you 1,000%.
And if Mendy does that bullpen merry-go-around, we are in trouble. Bullpen will be shot. Yeah, I feel they better not. I feel that the bullpen wasn't that good last year. They didn't really prepare for. They were depending on guys like Max Kranick, all like guys like that to pitch multiple innings. Brazaban to pitch multiple innings. That's not like reliable. You can't always expect these guys to pitch multiple innings. So when the starters are not giving you the length, you need a Max Kranick to give you 2 innings, 3 innings, whatever it is. I just hope that they have the right guys in place in the bullpen. That this issue that they don't need a guy to go 2 innings, 3 innings, like. And if they do, maybe a Tobias Myers could do it. I don't know. Let's see here. See what the lab does for these guys. The pitching lab, the big pitching lab.
The stinking lab. But yeah, Peralta, 176 and 2/3 innings last year. David Peterson, 168 and 2/3 innings last year. It's not really that far off. Clay Holmes, his first year starting after relieving, 165 and 2/3 innings. You know what I'm saying? So
Clay Holmes. That's hopefully that first year he had will make him even better this year. truly hope. I feel that Clay Holmes, like, he walks a lot of guys, but his movement, it's a lot of movement with him. That's what I feel. That's what I feel, that it's good, but at times it's bad.
It gets him in trouble. I agree.
He's trying to throw a strike, but that movement, and it's a ball. Like, that's the thing. The ball breaks a lot. But I don't know. I hope Clay Holmes has a awesome year.
He's gonna have to come down the middle this year because we got ABS.
Oh, you're damn right. We got ABS. We got ABS. That's a fact.
He's gonna need a lot of swing and miss stuff this year. And again, that's where you're trusting his off-speed pitches. Which again, I think his curveball, for example, was one of his best pitches last year. So he's gonna need to trust that even more. And again, he's gonna need a lot of swing and miss. But I think he'll be fine. Again, the Mets took a risk with putting him as a starter last year, and it paid off. And I think now that he's gone a full year of becoming a starter, now he's locked into a better regimen. Now he knows now he has a different pitching coach. So now he gets to learn even more. It's just one of those experiments that have gone really well for the Mets, and I'm excited to see what a year 2 of Clay Holmes is going to bring us.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. No, I'm excited too.
Yeah,
If there's a
real
comment
quick,
here,
Randy. Real quick.
yeah.
We have over 250 of you beautiful souls watching on Twitter. If you want to join the chat, Randy, what is it? Randytalksmets
Yeah,
on
yeah.
YouTube. Just
Randy
go
talks
in
about
there, do the whole subscribe thing so you can join and be part of the chat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But you can also because you see people. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good thing. Go share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thumbs up, Randy's on YouTube. But you can also comment through the X. Just make sure you open the stream though when you comment. That's the only way that we can see it and we can show it up on the screen.
Yes, you comment through the live chat on the X, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but you have to
Yes,
actually
yes.
open up the stream. Like you can't just comment on the post of the stream. You understand what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
only
you
you'll
gotta
see
actually-
that.
You gotta actually
it won't
open
show up
okay.
here.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Right.
And then Flip's comments, it shows up on here, right?
Yeah,
Right.
same thing. As long as, because I think I forgot to stream it. I just slipped. But you guys are all streaming it on X.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, if you can also contribute through X. We want to hear your comments. We want to read them. We want to see them. But you have to open the stream and comment through. There was some of you guys are doing just fine. Just some people don't know.
We get Milwaukee, Devin Williams, we're cooking. We're cooking. Yeah. If we get Milwaukee, Devin Williams, hats off. We get the 1.23 RA guy.
I mean, I had a hot take early on this offseason. I said Devin Williams is going to have a better season than Edwin Diaz. So be on the lookout for that.
Bro, I don't.
In 2026, you're saying?
Yeah,
I hope so. I
truly hope so too. I don't disagree with you because I look at the numbers. Edwin Diaz, like
I'm not rooting against the guy, but screw him.
He has an off year. He has a great year. Off year, great year. Off year, like good year. Whatever. It is what it is. We got
but you know what we got, guys? You know what we need more than anything, man? Talking about these pitches and we're talking about innings and we're worried about Freddie Peralta. At least he could throw 176 innings. At least Peterson threw 168. And what we need is Kodai Senga to give us more than 113. What we're gonna need is more than 60 innings from Sean Manaea. That's what the hell we need. That will help fix a lot of things. That will help so that Mendy doesn't go through the merry-go-round with the bullpen. Because, Mendy could use some better bullpen management. At the same time, what else was he supposed to do? When your starters are going 2 and 3 innings and everybody you put out there freaking blows it up.
Absolutely.
So go back to Eva's comment real quick, Randy, because look, this is why I thought, as we get closer to spring, that moving Peterson might be a possibility because look, this guy, go back to Eva's comment.
Yeah, I got you. It's a lot of comments. It's a lot of comments.
You just had it.
Yeah, no, I just got it. I got you. Yeah, this one. Yeah, so watch David Peterson have an amazing year and then dip free agency. Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly what's going to happen. And again, if we're not going to run a 6-man rotation, this is why I feel that Peterson might make sense to move him.
But when we say dip at free agency, right, is that going to be by choice or is that going to be because we're going to let him dip too, right? Because
we're going to let him dip, but I'm saying like this is an arm who's probably not going to get extended. Are we actively looking to extend Peterson? DP? No, probably not, right? And so if we're not going to run a 6-man rotation, trade DP.
I think you're going to see these young kids in the rotation very, very soon, like a Jack Weniger, all these guys. I think you're gonna see. I don't think you're gonna see David Peterson extended. Maybe they try to offer him a 1 or 2 year contract. I don't think that's the thing. I don't know if David Peterson gets like a 5-year contract, 6-year. I don't see that for David Peterson.
He sure ain't getting that from the Mets.
He ain't
not
getting
from from David Stearns.
He ain't getting that from David Stearns.
Not from David Stearns. Now I think Flip is right. I just think that. Listen, we know Kodai Senga is still here. We also know David Stearns told us we can't really trust this guy. We don't know what we get. And I know we're high Weninger and Santucci. You guys name all these guys that you want, bro.
Yeah.
We still don't know what the hell these guys are. And if you're really trying to win, you hold on to David Peterson a little bit. Listen, maybe you trade him during the season. Maybe you trade him during the season to strengthen a weakness. You know,
Yeah,
whatever the hell that weakness may be. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Maybe
but
it's
the
an
only way-
expiring contract for expiring contract, whatever the case, but it just fits better. I just think right now it's more of a little bit of an insurance. Yeah, you know, you got Christian Scott coming back from Tommy John. You got Jonathan, who, yeah, we're high on, but we got to see these a little bit more seasoning. So it seems like a logjam right now, but again, there's a lot of question marks still on this team, and especially when it comes to that rotation. I'm sorry, there is.
Oh no, you're right. A lot of question marks. And David Peterson is definitely David Peterson. You know, here also gives up too many home runs. He gives up hard contact. He gives up a lot of hard contact, but he's pitched pretty good. At one point, he was kind of our ace in a way. Like
He's an
He
all-star.
was.
it's the truth. He was pitching like an ace. He was. Think about what our bullpen looks like if Williams is
Oh,
pitching
God.
to a 4-year God.
Can we not think about that?
Can we not?
Why do we have to put that in
The
there?
negative
Can we not
Nancy
think
guy.
about that existential Mets?
Yeah, please, please.
Yo.
I mean, God forbid he has a 1 point something ERA, right?
Senga was never Cy Young. He was never gonna reach the innings minimum for the ERA.
So
Yeah, that's a
Senga
different
was
story.
never Cy Young, but he was pitching like a Cy Young in the
Yeah, he may not
first
have
3
been
months
able
of
to
the
reach
season.
the innings, but go ahead. You handle that, Flip. My bad. Go ahead.
No, first 2.5 months of the season, absolutely pitching like a Cy Young type.
Yeah, I mean, he was pitching to a 1.47 ERA. Like he was pitching like a Cy Young. He was in that Yamamoto speak. Like he was around there. Like that's where he was. But he got hurt. Whatever. Got hurt.
He didn't get hurt. He got hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt.
Stop.
He got hurt.
Stop. Leave my guy alone, man. He's gone. That's it.
Alvarez has to be in the convo. Makes a huge difference. Yeah, I agree. He definitely, you know, has to make that huge difference. Got a few comments here. LOL. What did Ruben say? I don't know what Ruben said. Too many comments.
They're having their own
If-
conversation.
If y'all would listen to our Queens Baseball Live episode 1, shameless promotion, yeah, check us out Thursday, Queens Baseball. Check us out 8:30. We are gonna do our next episode. Would have known that how Beatty and Mark V will get their at bats. Yeah, you're right. All right, let's do here. Let's get to our last little thing.
So I guess
here.
what they're saying with that, since I think both Randy and Top are part of that, and they're not gonna shed any light on that. So I guess what they're trying to tell you, if you didn't watch it live, go back and watch the replay,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
then
go
tune in Thursday to their next live episode. I hope you
Yes,
guys promote even more,
Yes,
How
sir.
about
Yes,
that?
sir. Yeah, yeah.
because I'm waiting for a little
Yeah.
bit of light on it. But I guess I'm gonna have to go back and watch the replay. Okay.
Yes,
I get it.
please. Hey, listen, replays are always good, so you don't lose anything. Make sure I go catch the replay. Make sure I subscribe to the
Definitely.
Queens Baseball channel.
At
Do all-
YouTube, Queens Baseball, you know, Thursday, 8:30. We will be doing a live. But yeah, last live we did talk about the Beatty, the Mark Vientos, the at bats, and that type of stuff. So you'll
I
get
hope it's
some-
not because one of them breaks an ankle or something.
No.
I hope
No,
not. Hell no.
Pope came up with this whole thing with math and the numbers and all that.
no.
And yeah. Pope
A
did a
math
lot of work for
class.
the spreadsheets. So listen, credit to Pope. Credit to Pope, bro. But let's get to our last thing because we're here in an hour and I want to get these guys out of here real quick because I know Hector got a show and Top got things to do. Flip got things to do. So let's go, Flip. What was your favorite memory as a Met?
All time.
All time for you. For you.
Yeah, I got so many, man. I gotta say Pete Alonso wild card home run. I was at that watch party with my fam. I think it meant that much more to me.
I like that. I mean, I was working that game and I had no type of faith that Pete Alonso was going to do anything that game. And he proved me wrong. Everybody thought he was going to ground into a double play. That's what we thought at the time. And he hit that home run, 3-run homer, man. And that's what it was. That's what it was.
Wow.
That was a beautiful moment. Beautiful moment. Hector, you good?
No, no, no. I saw a
We
bold
got breaking
statement in
news
the
coming in.
comments. I saw a bold statement in the comment, bro.
Which one? Which one?
At fan SNY said Beatty is a Gold Glove first baseman in waiting. Okay. Okay.
He's a solid third baseman, man. I think he can handle the position.
It's a lot of pressure, but
Okay.
I'm up for it.
Okay.
Hot take, sizzling hot take.
I'm up for it.
Beatty's a Gold Glove first baseman waiting.
I hear you, fan.
I'm up for it. If that's a lot of pressure on the kid.
That's that. I mean,
That's a lot of pressure on the kid when you replacing that with 40 plus home runs and 100 plus RBIs. I'm just saying. I hate to bring it up, but that's a fact. We can't, whether you like the guy or not, you can't dismiss that.
Yeah,
It's a lot of pressure.
Flip. That's an awesome moment. Awesome moment. Top. What's your moment?
Man, I've been to a lot of great moments, a lot of big games, but nothing compares to clinching an NLCS matchup against the Los Angeles Dodgers after you just whacked the Philadelphia Phillies in your home stadium, and the unofficial captain in Francisco Lindor puts the needle in the yeah, man. I at the end of the day, to experience that live again, that I wasn't even supposed to be at that game. That was literally 30 minutes before the game that I got my ticket. And I was able to witness that, to witness the emotion, the celebration, understanding what this team showed you the entire year, and just being able to see a big moment like that. Like I will never ever forget it. Caught the home run on video. So, it's so many moments like that. You see Brandon Nimmo crying, like so many guys that have been through the organization. Francisco Lindor being emotional because he understands, the team put so much, gave him an opportunity when they saw something in him in terms of trading for him. Like there's so much in that moment that I will never forget. And I think that's through all the moments that I've witnessed as a Met fan, even live. That's a moment that stands out to me the most. And I think when we win a World Series, that I think that one will override that one. But for now, that moment for me is it stands out for the most as a Met fan.
I mean, what a moment! What a moment! That moment, that's a big moment, and it just like put an end to the Phillies. That was just awesome to see. Like awesome to see Carlos Estevez just get freaking rocked to the city field, bro. That home run. That was just good to see, man.
And Rob Thompson didn't do nothing wrong in that matchup. He put 100 plus miles per hour fastball thrower and top of the lineup, went with his gut, and it just Francisco Lindor got the better of it.
Yes. That was an amazing moment. Appreciate you sharing that, man. Appreciate you, Flip, sharing that. Hector, what's your moment?
I'm listening to you guys, man, and I realize how old I am. And again, I'm thinking recency bias, right?
Yeah.
Those are all great moments and fun moments and stuff. And for me, honestly, it's not even about a specific play or anything like that. But my favorite moment as a Mets fan still goes back to me being 10 years old and watching the 86 World Series with my family, right? Straight up. And me going to the bedroom when we're yo crazy for that one, but that was a great moment. That was part of the turning point of 2024. Word up. I wish I would have thought of that myself.
Oh,
damn, you should have texted me that, bro. You're supposed to be my guy. Nah, but for me, it's just the whole comeback. Against Mookie's grounder going through Buckner's legs, because before that, it felt like it was over, right? And we're watching the game. I remember in my crib, and a couple of my uncles are over and friends or whatever, and back in those days, Dominicans would root for the Red Sox for stupid reasons, like they have a Dominican or whatever the case may be, right? So a lot of them were Red
That's a valid
Sox.
reason, though.
Yeah, I know. So a lot of them were rooting for the Red Sox, you know, and I was sick at 10 years old. I remember going to my bedroom crying. And when we won, oh boy, even at 10, Heck was very blunt. So Heck came out of the room, kicking everybody out the house, like, get out of here. Let's go. Man. You know what I'm saying? So that's my favorite moment still as a Met fan, just that experiencing that World Series, the only one in my lifetime. Yeah, the Ventura Grand Slam single was phenomenal. Man, I tell you what wasn't my favorite, but it's not my favorite moment as a Met fan. And then I got to get the hell out of here. And then it's too bad. There's a title. There's a subject that we didn't get to and I hope it wasn't because I messed with you a little bit because we were gonna have some fun.
It's all good.
But you know what was not my favorite moment as a Met fan? Watching Carlos Beltran take strike 3 in that. In that 2016 playoff. I mean 2006 playoff.
My favorite moment had to be. I love all those moments. I love all those moments you mentioned. That was your favorite moment.
You wasn't living through my moment,
man. But the recent moments definitely. My goodness. I mean the home run from Pete, the home run from Lindor, and yeah, I didn't live through the moment where he was 10 years old, but I think that's what makes this, being a Met fan so great. Like we have those moments to go back to. My moment is 2015 when David Wright came back and he hit that home run in the playoffs. I mean, that was top tier. I mean, this is a guy that's my favorite player, will always be my favorite player. It doesn't matter. Like he will always be my favorite player. When he came up, that's what really made me be a Met fan. David Wright and Jose Reyes. And good thing I had to meet Jose Reyes. He's a cool guy, man. He's awesome. But David Wright, I never got to meet. Hopefully I do meet him one day. But man, that home run in the playoffs, just hats off, a beautiful thing. And there was one year that we needed to win for, it would have been perfect, but it didn't happen. But we'll see what happens, man. We will see what happens. I might be with you, Crazy. Yeah, I thought that was a beautiful, beautiful moment, man. Absolute beautiful moment. But let me see here. Agree. Heck, the last time I cried for the Mets. Yeah, bro. Feel you. Piazza's obviously post 9/11 home run. That was, such a big home run.
Yep.
A generational home run, bro.
Absolutely.
Generational home run. But yeah, I don't know why we
lost. There's a lot of great moments, man. There's a lot of great moments. Listen, I was in the ballpark for that Pete home run in the ballpark, but the watch party at the stadium for that Pete Alonso home run, and I got video. There's video on my feed of it, of me going nuts and acting a fool. A lot of great moments, man. A lot of great moments. Comes to too many. I was gonna reference one, but I don't even remember all the details.
Yeah, bro. Appreciate everybody, joining us. All 580, almost 600 of you guys. I mean, you guys are awesome. Really appreciate you, joining. Monday night. It was an awesome episode. Follow Hector, from Washington Heights, Blunt Thoughts. Follow him on Twitter, on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Go to his live that he's gonna do at 9:00 and enjoy that. That's gonna be awesome. Top Bunk Sports, and follow him as well. He does YouTube, Twitter, all that Knicks, Mets stuff. And I don't know if he does Giant stuff. I don't think he does Giant stuff, but he's a Giant fan. But yeah, and then you got Flip, man. Flip always putting the work in Twitter. I don't know how you have all this time to really put in the work, but you doing.
I got the minions in the draws, bro. I just bring out the minions. They just go.
They call him Master Flip.
He has a clone or something, bro.
The Canadian / San Diego assassin. That's what they call him.
You're doing a great job at Twitter. So follow Master Flip at Twitter. And yeah, man. Appreciate everybody joining us. We will be.
No, back. I don't think City Field should have a roof. My bad, Randy.
No, you would have. City Fields, I would like a roof, but listen,
Nah, stop that,
bro. Come on, bro. Rain delays, bro. Like
for what? For 2 rain outs a year? What?
2 rain
3 rain delays? For that you want a roof?
House, bro.
Baseball's played outdoors, baby.
Oh boy.
I like the smell of natural grass.
You could still get the roof off, like it's a
Randy, show that last comment.
No.
Which one? The no roof.
No, the one, the one above Quay's.
Oh my God, no! Don't show that.
No, I don't see a comment there. I don't see a comment. I don't.
You don't see it?
No,
right above Quay's, bro.
I don't see. I'm not putting
from
that
the same
on.
person from Plantation 1984 who said, "Don't you think City Future have a roof?"
Mickey Callaway.
Oh my
God,
dude.
Then said, "Is it true, Mickey Callaway?"
Oh boy,
yo, people got time, bro. People got time, son.
Yo, and don't forget Thursday, Queens baseball. We will be doing an episode 8:30. So everybody have an amazing Monday night, and yeah, let's go Mets.
7 minutes. Blunt thoughts. See ya.
Blood thoughts. Let's go Mets.